These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Donald Trump's defense team resting their case in the historic New York hush money trial. The former president not testifying and his team only calling 2 witnesses to the stand, including attorney and former federal prosecutor Robert Costello. Costello testifying that Trump's former attorney Michael Cohen told him numerous times that President Trump knew nothing about the payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Trump has pleaded not guilty to the charges.
I think it would be great for Judge Marchand to rule from the bench and to terminate this witch hunt. I think the appellate courts can take care of a lot of things, but this one shouldn't even get to an appellate court. This should be an easy ruling.
And now we wait. Closing arguments aren't expected to begin until next week, Tuesday, and then the case will be in the hands of the jury. We're working to learn more about the latest horrifying and deadly situation in Surprise. Police tell us a 7-year-old and a 6-year-old were shot and killed by their father, who then turned the gun on himself. This all happened yesterday afternoon at a home near Bell and Litchfield Road. Police say the father was undergoing mental health treatment. If you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis, help is available 24/7 at the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Just call or text 988. We have more resources available right now on ABC15.com. Guilty of murder. Jurors handing down the verdict this morning. The trial of Murad Dervish, the man who shot and killed University of Arizona professor Dr. Thomas Meixner. Sentencing will take place at a later date. Happening today, ABC15 tracking the latest as a former Glendale teacher appears in court accused of filming students while they were changing. We promised to stay on top of this case for you. Esteban Carrion was indicted by a grand jury last month. He pleaded not guilty to 12 counts of voyeurism and 2 counts of kidnapping. Now to the Valley story making national headlines. One by one, 12 of the suspects in the fake electors case arraigned in court this morning, including Rudy Giuliani, all pleading not guilty. They're all facing charges of fraud, conspiracy, and forgery, accused of trying to overturn former President Donald Trump's loss in Arizona following the 2020 election. There are 18 defendants total, Giuliani appearing virtually for his initial arraignment after he was finally served Friday night after weeks of trying to find him.
Due to the challenges that we've had serving him in summons, immediately after the indictment was released publicly, a note was sent down to the doorman not to allow anyone up to his penthouse in Manhattan. My agents attempted to serve the summons there, were refused entry into the building to serve that summons. They sat outside the courthouse for his penthouse for about 4 hours that day. They called 4 different numbers.
As we look forward to 2020.
His trial will take place in October. Former Arizona Republican Party Chair Kelly Ward also appeared. The indictment alleges Ward, a former state senator who led the GOP in Arizona from 2019 until early 2023, organized the fake electors and urged then Vice President Mike Pence to declare them to be the state's true electors. Arraignments are scheduled in June for State Senator Jake Hoffman and former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. ABC15 working to get an update from forest officials on the largest wildfire in Arizona right now. Progress is being made in the fight against the Wildcat fire. It's now at least 23% contained after scorching more than 14,000 acres. It's burning north of the valley in the Tonto National Forest. Fire officials tell us the fire is likely human caused, but it remains under investigation. They do not anticipate evacuations. An exciting time for Valley basketball. Phoenix Suns set to make an announcement tomorrow about their new G League team. Team will hold a news conference at Tempe's Mullet Arena. Earlier this year, Suns announced they'd add a G League team and held a contest for Valley fans to come up with a team name. We'll be there to bring you the very latest.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens with a look at your most accurate forecast as temperatures heat up again here in the valley. For tomorrow, going up to 97 degrees around 4 p.m. And as winds stay light throughout the day, ozone pollution is going to build up. The Arizona Department of Environmental Quality has issued an ozone high pollution advisory for tomorrow. So if you have asthma or COPD, any other kind of respiratory issue, you may want to limit your time outside in the afternoon, or you could have difficulty breathing. Carpooling, riding the public transportation like buses and light rail, that's all going to help prevent the problem from getting worse, because the fewer gas vehicles we have on the roads tomorrow, the better. Let's take a look at that forecast. As breezes pick up toward the end of the week, air quality will improve. Temperatures also dropping a little bit into Memorial Day weekend. Our forecast staying sunny and dry and getting very hot early next week. We're back into the triple digits on Monday and going up to 105 by Tuesday.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.